children. So I joined, and I dedicated my life, and I swore to uphold and protect the Constitution of the United States. And just as I was moved back then in 1991 to defend the children and to support our military, I'm just as moved right now to defend the children against those bullies. We are all here, and we outnumber the bullies over there to support humanitarian efforts. And I am embarrassed and ashamed of fellow Americans who proudly display their bigotry against children, only to hide their bigotry behind the, quote, rule of law. These shameful Americans behind the yellow tape forgot about the foundations of our nation when their ancestors landed on Plymouth Rock. Their ancestors are the real immigrants, and yet the Native Americans and the Mexican indigenous received them. Those who forgot about authentic American history continue with their ignorant rhetoric, such as the Donald Trump, the Republican Tea Party pawns, and tokens like Senator Ted Cruz of Texas, who are used as tokens to divide and conquer us. Now, make no mistake, I'm not a Democrat. I come here before you as an independent registered voter. I used to be a Republican, but because of their rhetoric over there on the yellow tape, I left that party for good, and they're going to suffer that fate. Trump the chump referred to Mexicans as rapists, but the real rapists were those who are guilty of committing genocide during the Manifest Destiny experiment. Though there isn't anything we can do to change the past and the stains of our American history, we will not allow anyone like Trump to pervert American historical truth. There was no rule of law when immigrants landed on Plymouth Rock, and when those of us who tried to fix the antiquated laws that are clearly broken, we all know that the immigration system is broken. But we see these Tea Party bigots crawl from their rocks in order to stop immigration reform. And these same bigots haven't a clue that we need immigrants to begin with, considering the baby boom and aging population and the future Social Security dilemma that we're going to experience. Many of those people behind that yellow tape are gray-haired and old. At some point, immigrants and the taxes that they're going to pay to our federal government are going to be taking care of them and probably changing their diapers. It's the tax-paying immigrant that will preserve Social Security to begin with. The Tea Party bigots who blocked the buses full of children 1 year ago today are the same ones who hypocritically advocate humanitarian issues abroad via the military. And it seems it's so much easier for them to support these humanitarian causes abroad, losing sight of our very own humanitarian crisis issue here in our homeland. It points to the real fear these bigots have with regard to their fear of the two Browning of America. And that's really what it's about. On the eve of July 4th, the festivities as we approach this patriotic holiday, may all Americans reflect that we are indeed all created equal. A true patriot will believe that all men are created equal. The arc of justice will always bend to those who believe in humanitarian social justice, and especially for innocent children. Jesus once said, and I quote, "Let the children come to me and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these," unquote. And I believe we have a moral obligation to defend and protect children against bullies within our homeland too, not just abroad. And just as I defended them back in the Gulf taken a stand that we're going to protect them today. Have a safe and happy 4th of July.
As a former serviceman, Didi, salute you. It is a privilege for me to introduce our next speaker, a person who very humbly asked to be introduced as an activist, historian, civil rights lawyer, and former chief counsel to Cesar Chavez, our good friend Marcos Lopez Quesada.
And keep it brief, I've been told. You know, Theodore Roosevelt, Franklin Roosevelt, I'm sorry, had something to say about public speaking. Be sincere, be brief, and sit down. And I figure that the sooner I sit down, the sooner those south of us will go to where they're from. And we know who we're talking to and about. But anyway, on a serious note, let me point something out. Because Donald Trump has been in the news a lot. I don't know how a toupee can take as much as he has. I mean, seriously. He's been hit by Univision, NBC. His beautiful Latina co-host dumped him. And Carlos Slim from Mexico, much wealthier than him, dumped him. Okay, so, but here's the deal. Let's talk just a little bit about what he said. One of the things he said was that Mexicans were involved in a large scale of criminality by bringing in drugs. Now, a lot of us here are either lied to by the press or we're not told the truth. I've got to tell you something, and you can verify this. In 2 U.S. federal courts, one in San Diego and another one in Texas, Southern Pacific Railroad was charged criminally with importation of drugs in secret compartments of their boxcars returning from Mexico. You can verify it. Now that's criminality on a high scale. That's not a mule, folks. The other thing is this. Those folks back there, as well as we, anybody who's gone to school in this country has been lied to. And that's why they're upset. They've been lied to. And take, for instance, the case, and I've got to go back further, I'm sorry, the 1957, because it's relevant still now. Let me take you back to 1848.
So get with us.
And even before, when the Mexican War was fought, as a young congressman, Abraham Lincoln went toe-to-toe with President Polk. And he told him, he admonished him under international legal principles and moral issues as well. He told him, President Polk, the blood of this war cries out to the heavens like Abel's. That's what he did. And Thomas Corwin, senator from Ohio, did likewise. He gave the most eloquent speech on the Senate floor. And he got beat up when he left the Senate. He got home to Ohio, and he was beat up again. That's the kind of Americans I stand for and support. Okay? So when we talk about follow the law, folks, whose law are you talking about? If manifest destiny that we're taught teaches us that God, okay, gave half of Mexico over to the United States, then what God was Lincoln talking about? Think about it. Okay, because when you talk about legality and the foundation cracks up under you, you've got no foundation. Okay? Now, we're in Murrieta. And let me say a little bit before I sit down. Let me talk to you about Joaquin Murrieta.
Dean Edwards.
Murrieta
Mark this.
was from Sonora, Mexico. And before the Mexican War, he was up in the gold country doing what a lot of people from all over the world were doing. From back east, from Argentina, from Chile. He was a miner. And what happened to him is that his wife was raped and killed. That's what happened to Joaquin Murrieta. So when you hear that he was a bandido, I got news for you. He was an insurgent, folks. That's what he was. So let's be aware. Okay, there's no need to be proud. No need to be proud. There's 50 million Mexicans and Mexican Americans in this country, folks. We're not going anywhere. All right? We're not. And whoever doesn't like it can hitch up a trailer and go east. All right. So on that light note, I thank you all for coming. Thank you so much for standing up, for being compassionate, and for making this very, very important point about children, because really that's what it was about. Sí se puede. Gracias. Y viva la raza.
Okay, this is Michael Buell. I'm reaching out to Democracy Watch News. Dean Edwards, Occupy Toronto, Dee Shanger. We're in Murrieta, California. It's a heated conversation between two groups. One for refugees that came here last year and have been coming from Central America.
The reason you guys have rights back there, it was also a Latino that we got our rights from, and his last name was Miranda. That's why we have Miranda rights.
We thank Marcos Lopez Quesada for those words of wisdom. It's something tremendous to know the true story behind what we thought and what we told sometimes. Thank you, Marco. Before we finish, I have one more person who would like to make an announcement to you, and then we're going to have the final speaker. I would like to introduce Estela Jimenez. She's a member, a volunteer, and a person, an organizer with Ángeles Sin Fronteras. Estela Jimenez.
Somos un pueblo.
We are your people.
Somos un pueblo.
We are one people.
Somos un pueblo.
We are one people.
Gracias, compañeros, por toda la paciencia y por haber estado presentes en este evento que es tan importante.
Thank you, my friends, for all coming here and being here in this most important event.
Porque es importante que el mundo sepa que hay personas defendiendo los derechos de los niños que son expulsados por la violencia.
Because it's so important that the world should know that these children are here expelled from their own countries by violence.
Ellos vienen, igual que llegamos muchos, con la ilusión y la esperanza.
They arrived in the same way that we did, with the illusion, the dream of hope.
Ellos vienen, muchos de ellos no acompañados, vienen solos en los trenes, arriesgando su vida.
They come here alone, defenseless, riding on the backs of La Bestia, the beast, trained here just for us.
Nosotros como adultos estamos obligados y debemos de tener la compasión de proteger, de cuidar y de luchar por los derechos de todos los niños del mundo, entre ellos estos niños de Centro y Suramérica, México.
We as adults are obliged to take care of these children, to defend their rights, and to welcome them here.
En México es importante que sepa el gobierno Enrique Peña Nieto que estamos aquí parados para denunciar los abusos que el gobierno mexicano está llevando a cabo en contra de estos pequeños.
We should note that the government of Mexico, especially Peña Nieto, should know that we're here to defend those rights of those children.
Porque sabemos que ha sellado la frontera del sur para parar el camino de estos pequeños niños que vienen huyendo de la violencia que el neoliberalismo ha provocado.
Because he has sealed the borders of the south to these children who are coming up here.
Con todas esas armas, con toda esa violencia, con toda esa pobreza, estos niños, muchos de ellos, han perdido sus padres.
Because of the arms that these people carry and the suffering that these children have, many of them have lost their loved ones.
No tienen opción más que la pesadilla americana, porque estos señores han provocado una pesadilla para estos pequeños con su odio y racismo.
And these people behind us have provoked the American nightmare for these children who have come here. That's what they're bringing.
Pero aquí hay personas que tienen compasión, que tienen amor, y en eso es lo que nos tenemos que enfocar.
But there are people who are here with compassion and love, and it's on those people that we must focus our attention on.
Y les decimos a estos pequeños, no están solos.
And we say to these children, you are not alone.
No están solos. No están solos. No están solos.
You are not alone.
Compañeros, quiero agradecerles su presencia y quiero también pedirles que demos un aplauso a los organizadores de este evento.
My friends, I think we should give a great big round of applause, and we're very grateful that you're all here, to all those who organized this great event.
Y también quiero que sepan que este evento, para poderse realizar, se tuvo que pagar una cantidad de dinero que, como sabemos, nosotros somos pobres, las personas que organizaron, pues tuvieron que poner de su bolsa, y si podemos darles una colaboración.
And in Thanksgiving for all those who did organize this great event, we realize that it's costly to put on something like this, and that they've taken money from their own pockets to pay for it. So any collaboration, any donation that you give, much greatly accepted.
Si alguien puede poner un sombrero por ahí, por favor, y pasarlo para las donaciones.
If someone out in the audience could just take off a sombrero, great big Mexican sombrero, if you got one, would be great, more room, and pass it around for a collection. Thank you.
Y con esto nos vamos, compañeros, pero gritamos, ¡ningún ser humano!
No human being.
¡Ningún ser humano es ilegal! ¡Ningún ser humano es ilegal! ¡No human being is illegal! ¡No human being is illegal! ¡No human being is illegal!
They're stating no
Gracias,
human
compañeros.
being is illegal. This is Michael Buell in Murrieta, California, Riverside County,
Thank you, Stella. That was
California.
great. It's awesome. Thank you, everybody. It's just, we're coming to a close. And I want to say personally that I really appreciate and I really thank every single one of you, people that came here, everybody, every single one of you came in and made a statement. And I thank you for standing up and making that statement. And with that, I would like to introduce our last speaker. He's going to dismiss us, and he's got a word for you. Mark Lane.
All right, everybody. I just want to say thank you for coming out here. Thank you for sticking. It's been hot. I do. That's good. It's sweaty. Hey, I want to tell you guys something out there too. I appreciate you guys because you exposed yourself to the country again for what you really are, which is racist and bigots and hateful people, and you're putrefying from inside. Thank you for that. I didn't have to do anything. You did it yourself. And I also want to tell you, you guys got to learn how to do audience analysis. You got to know who your audience is. Bullying only works if the people are afraid of you. You can't bully me, you can't bully them, and you can't bully them. And for all you guys out there, William, I saw you out there with your flag shirt on. You called me un-American. You called me all kinds of names. It's against the flag code to wear the flag as a garment, dude. You're already breaking the rules, bro. What kind of patriot are you? Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming. Fight for the kids. The kids are our future. Thank you.
Okay, we've got some activists heading toward the group of people that do not view these individuals as refugees. There's going to be a meeting at the line. I'm asking everyone to do some Ustream, live stream support. Get this word out.
What are you doing over there then? You can be on this side. Oh, never. I guess you don't like America. And why don't you act like that? Yeah, you should be on this side. La raza is not American. 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 And you're, yeah, God bless America. Don't bless la raza. Don't bless la raza. Don't bless la
Asking for media
raza.
support, live stream support,
You're
please.
un-American. La raza is not American. La raza is not American. Hey, sweetheart, you're a communist. You're a communist. You're nothing but a communist.
Take a picture. So I want to see your face.
How do I cross over? I'm a reporter, journalist.
Like I said, you have every right to cross the line.
How do I do it?
You can do it any way you'd like, sir.
Thank you, officer.
So I just want to make sure.
I'm a reporter. I'm Michael Buell. I don't mean...
People, they might take it
Exactly. I agree. Got it.
When you meet Didi, this is Didi Vlogs.
Didi, I heard of you.
Tell you about, okay?
You're on Ustream right now. So your internet, I mean, you are live. Didi, what would you like to say? I know you have a radio show yourself.
Well, I just think I feel sorry for these people. We have Santa Claus over there, and they don't even realize that they're aging and that people are going to have to support them
My
through
mother
Social Security.
is in that situation.
And immigrants are they're the backbone of this economy, and they're essentially shooting themselves in the foot because who's going to take care of them? I mean, the way that the government is spending, they'd better get on board and be on the right side of history, because I do believe in taking care of our elderly.
I do too.
So, who's going to take care of them?
It's a moral obligation.
Let's go home. Oh, you are amazing. Wow.
Are you going to put some of your stuff on YouTube?
It's already up on Ustream.
Okay.
Buell 003.
Okay.
Just remember Buell 003. And if I may have a card?
Yeah, can you? I know you did the whole thing, my brother. I'd like to get a copy of it.
You
Would you like that?
I will.
Yeah, okay.
It will happen.
So hopefully it was a little informative.
May I?
Yeah.
I will get it to extremely so.
Yeah, because
the refugees
don't know what happened to them.
What's going on in Central America, the arms that are going to Central America.
Because they weren't going to hear that.
This is going to Democracy Watch News.
Okay.
It's at DWatch News.
Okay.
We cover, the Democracy Watch News covers the Americas, and then also they consider North America as Mexico, the United States, and Canada. It's on Twitter. I'll get you all the information.
Immigration, not invasion.
Hey, this is Michael Buell. I'm acting as a journalist.
Hey, can you that film though, man? So sooner or later,
yes,
send it to me any way you can. Some kind of zip drive, whatever.
And I'm asking for support on Ustream right now to get it to you from my other brothers and sisters that are live streamers.
Okay.
And may I get your full name?
Ruben Salazar.
Ruben Salazar.
My name is Ruben Salazar. I'm an immigration and criminal defense attorney from Fontana, California, 8689 Sierra Avenue, Fontana.
And your email?
Email is proLawyer@RubenSalazarLaw.com.
Okay, if I may get some assistance getting these documents to Attorney Salazar, it would be deeply appreciated. This is Michael Buell in Murrieta, California, interviewing Attorney Ruben Salazar with journalistic credibility and truth and
moral and human law.
Moral and human rights. And you cited the international treaties, international law that the United States has signed on to.
Moral, international, and domestic laws that command us to protect, not persecute these children. We're all obligated by it. Some people just don't know about it or don't want to accept it, which is fine. That's their prerogative. But I was trying to do more than anything is to inform people.
You cited the law.
Yes, I cited. You look it up. It's in the books.
Now,
if you don't want to be informed, that's your prerogative. But if you want to be informed about the subject, maybe you want to look at some of the stuff I said. Especially even if you don't believe in secular law, even if you are more of a Christian, the moral laws I cited command us to take care of these children, these travelers, these human beings, these children.
You combined both dynamically and eloquently from my viewpoint as a reporter. And I deeply appreciate your insight.
Thank you so much.
As do the refugees, as do their mothers, as do their families across the Americas, because we are united across the Americas.
We must end, detain, and deter. We must end rocket dockets. That's the problem. We've got to get our politicians to get off their rear ends and do something about both of those punitive and unfair processes and systems. Got to get rid of them.
Thank you, Attorney Salazar. Thank you. Deepest appreciation. That was an interview with Attorney Ruben Salazar.
America, go home!
Put your Confederate flag up. Don't leave it at home. Keep it up.
Sí se puede.
You don't mess with patriots, I'll tell you that right now.
You put up your Confederate flag, man. We know who you are.
You ain't nothing.
We know who you are.
People that stomp on our flag, get out of here. We don't want you.
Are you KKK? Are you KKK or what? I think he's KKK.
Is it hard to wake up like that? It must be so sad to be you.
We don't want to.
It must be so hard.
Let me mention
Is it
something
hard?
to you. You in all sincerity, you have a man of the cloth over here? Okay? Let me mention something to you. He sees you as
Confederate flag
he sees you as dollar bills. You guys are dollar bills to him.
Don't hide it!
It's money.
Don't hide it!
I'm sorry your feelings are so hurt about your Confederate flag. But it must be really hard to operate for you. It must be really hard to wake up and be you every morning without my shame.
I'll be praying for you. Only love overcomes hate. Only love overcomes hate. Only love overcomes hate. Only love overcomes hate.
That's right! Keep your Confederate flag up! Don't be a hypocrite! Raise it up high proudly! I challenge you!
He wants your pennies, okay?
Just
be
pennies?
careful.
He can have it!
Slaves. You're gonna be slaves.
Referring to.
Absolutely.
They have their feelings about their racist flag. That's what happened.
With the cops in the background.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Let me get one of you, please. Okay. One more. Thank you. Gracias. Thank you very much. This is all up on Buell, Buell 003 on Ustream. Everything's been live streamed on Ustream for today.
We were wondering.
I know, it's up there. It's been live the whole time in segments. Appreciation and solidarity. I am a reporter, but I also have to embrace justice and democracy and our social fabric, and I do, and the refugee children, by international law, as brought up by Attorney Salazar. Definite.
I figured I might as well wait one more day. You know why? Day of love. Love my body.
I'm going to go to the pastor. My name is Michael Buell, Reverend.
Yes,
Dermot. And I am live streaming this presentation. And I'd like to know if you have any closing remarks for the international audience that is watching. We're up to 17 viewers, and we could be live streamed internationally. And I'd like this documented for the record.
So my comments are to say that this has been a great event. This has been a great event on what, for us as Americans, ready to celebrate our Independence Day. So the point was made that we are the real patriots here. And on the other side of the table, those are the hatriots. And we stand on the side of love. We stand on the side of justice. We stand on the side of freedom. And the arc of history is always bending ever closer toward us. And so we're going to get there. We won't stop until we have humane immigration reform, comprehensive humane immigration reform.
Dermot, deepest appreciation and blessings to Martin Luther King.
Absolutely. Amen to that.
Arc of justice.
Always bends toward us.
Thank you, brother.
Freedom and justice.
Amen. Okay, I think this event is coming to a close.
Yes. So I'll see you. Okay.
Can I get my dearest friend? You're on Ustream.
Hello. I want to dye my eyes. So
Yes. Any
Hi.
closing remarks? You're on Ustream at Buell
Yeah,
003.
I am asking everybody that's watching, please research the American policy of Plan Merida, because that's a lot of what is the root of what's going on here too. Is two of like the main objectives of the American policy Plan Merida was to basically modernize the border and I think what did they say is affect the capability of organized crime, but it's really doing the opposite. What it's really doing is militarizing the border and sending millions and millions of dollars of weapons into Central America, South America, and Mexico. So what we have as a result is hundreds of women and minors and everybody fleeing these countries and then getting denied here when they seek asylum under the same policies. They're fleeing from the violence that Plan Merida has created, and they're getting denied and sent back under these same administrative policies. So please write your congressman, write your government, speak out against Plan Merida, read about the damage that it's done, because there is a limit to what we can do, but people organized and people trying to, it's capable. I mean, I'm a little jangled from arguing with the racists on wheels over there, but please, look into, speak out against Plan Merida, see what we can do, because this is one of the ways that we can be most effective, is by asking our own government to stop these ways and stay educated and stay organized. So thank you.
And for our local population in San Diego, what would you recommend as far as individuals connecting and along those lines through social media?
Juan Vargas, I believe, is the congressman that you guys would be, I think, would have the best luck reaching, and I think in our area to Juan Vargas, the office of Juan Vargas. You can email him. It's really hard to find his email. I've tried, but there's a way on the website. So please just speak out and educate people around you too about what Plan Merida does, because it's not spoken about often, and it's really ugly, and it's not talked about, and so it's our job too to